Hello everybody, my name is Frigid Hyperion. Welcome back to the Wilds of Wildemount campaign. Today we will be embarking on session 56 with Group B. And with me today, of course, I'm always playing Moonzik, Rocky is playing as Edward, Kale is playing as Brian, and Emily is our omnipotent, terrifying dungeon master. And before I hand things off to her, I just want to say a big shout out to Don for recording with Group A. He's been, it's gone fantastically, and I'm hoping things continue that way. Thanks so much, man. For all of you watching, go check out twitch.tv/downuptime06 to go follow him to watch Group A and other things that he might do on his channel. Emily, take it away.
All right. So, first off, wanted to give a big thank you to Describe, our sponsors for today's episode. We appreciate it. We love it. The music that you're listening to in the background is the music that it's just a little bit of a sample of some of the many soundscapes that they have. I have found that Describe is a vital part of our game here, and it definitely helps set the atmosphere. So once again, thank you to Describe, and if you yourself would like to try their opus for all of their variety of soundscapes, in addition to many of their pre-written box text, go to describe.com/wow or use the code WOW at checkout for 10% off your first month's subscription. We love it. Last session was mostly a chatty session, talking about some of our goals and things that we were hoping to do in our downtime. In addition, we spent a good amount of time role-playing, found out what exactly was on the other side of the of Cameron's grave, and had a little adventure in the plane of water. A couple other things that we did, but all in all, it was good fun. The action plan for today is to finish up some of the stuff that we were going to be talking about in our downtime, that we did during our downtime, such as attending the auction, and having a conversation with the broker, who has since promised to be at that auction. In addition, a couple other smaller roleplay things that we're gonna get out of the way, including the test under exceptional circumstances through the Cobalt Soul.
Hell yeah.
Before we begin too deep into things, do we have any questions for today?
Can we start?
Yeah, absolutely.
We still gonna do the follow-up on, like, you know, last session's whole duration thing? Or is that, like, part of this session?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
The Book of Canon and Change... Canon of Changes 1 and 2.
Yep, that's definitely included.
Okay, that's a follow-up? Alright.
Yep. Alright. Change the music. I don't... We are going to start things off with the long-awaited auction. Mostly because I think that's what's going to take the longest out of all of the things today. So we're going to go from there. You all make your way to the pre-scheduled auction held here in Nicodronis at Give me a second. Let me pull it up. The Astounding Affair Auction House in Nicodrona.
Ah.
Ah, what an astounding affair. You know, I think I remember somebody making a joke that it was named that after the astounding affair that the mayor had here with his secretary.
I can't remember the last astounding affair I had.
You've
Wait.
had an affair?
You've had astounding affair?
Yes.
I mean, with someone
certainly
as astounding
I
as
have.
Well, with your
insight
astounding
check.
affair-
Has he made an astound? Has he ever had astounding affairs?
It should be noted that for the event of this
No!
auction, Moonzik is going under the disguise of
God.
Cheem. Oh god.
Well, for a man of your advanced years, I'm sure you've had plenty of chances. But you must be at least 200.
I'm not an elf. That is incredibly rude.
You can see she's already winking.
Well, if we're going to be bantering this much, I think the broker's going to have quite the show on his hands.
Of course. After all, I think he's interested in the show more than he's interested in our money or anything else we have.
Of course. After all,
Well, I mean, that's to be expected.
Speaking of, we never managed to say whether that was before the auction or after the auction.
that we were meeting him,
Exactly.
I
So-
would
I
imagine
mean,
after the
would you
auction.
like me to send him a courtesy call? Some sort of...
No,
You know,
I'm fairly
20
sure
people
he'll make himself noticeable. Let's just see. Is there anybody in this crowd that looks like him?
Roll me a perception check.
Any or all of us, or
One person.
One person? Alright.
I have the lowest perception.
I'm a +4. Okay, never mind. That's not going to help anyway.
Okay, never mind. I don't have the lowest perception. I
You
have
already rolled.
I have the equally lowest perception.
With a 10 glancing about, it is really hard to identify individual people in this crowd on this busy weekend day. You do know that auctions aren't like they happen semi-frequently here at the Astounding Affair. But not like so often that people ignore it. Most of the people around the area right now are merchants and other sorts of peddlers trying to gain some of the attention of the rich folk in that are making their way to the auction house. You do know that different than the previous auction that you had been to, this one seems to be of a ever so slightly higher caliber. Not by any major degree, but given that it is a larger city, there is a cover charge to even enter the auction to bid. Not that the merchandise is going to be necessarily more special than your experience at Phelan, but that this is mostly a way to keep the raffle out. Right? I don't know what the word is.
Might be slightly more competitive bidding in there as well, given the cover charge.
You do see all surrounding the auction house. There are many different peddlers out and about, auctioning items that could not make it onto today's ticket. There are, as you guys wander about, you learn that not any old item is welcome on this particular auction ticket. Anything that is common will not be allowed on this ticket.
Oh.
Meaning that the cloak of billowing and the itching powder are not do not qualify for today's auction.
Fine. We'll keep our items and keep your damn money.
I guess I'll keep
Brian-
the itching
Brian is
powder. It's
running-
not like I have a choice.
Brian is running from each brightly colored peddler to the next, like, oh, and what do you have here?
And they like Dresser say, for you, ma'am, I can offer a cloak of billowing
Motherfucker!
Ooh!
the low price of 50 gold.
Are you kidding me? Those things are like a dime a dozen.
Fine. 30.
Brian?
Brian's looking
Okay,
at the
how about
party
this? 30 gold, except you're the one buying.
Brian,
Hey,
can I
our
remind you
cloak
that we
of
already
billowing.
have a cloak of billowing? Yeah, but this one's red!
Fine, my friends don't want me to buy it.
25.
She gives the puppy dog eyes.
Can we...
I'm gonna roll my eyes and I'm gonna tell the merchant, 25, but you buy it from us instead. Yeah, I didn't think so.
What? What? Did we just...
You know what? That's-
Okay.
Can we just take it? We'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
25. Sold.
That's actually like DMG market price for selling an item.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Works
just
for
got
us.
25 gold for... Okay, that works.
Okay.
Which reminds me, Brian.
Brian is pouting. She immediately goes to like a jewelry hawker.
Oh, we're not buying.
Oh, this
you know
one's pretty.
It would look absolutely wonderful on you, my dear. It really brings out your eyes.
It's a horrible clash, but she's put it on with a beaming smile on her face. Guys, look! Isn't this just the prettiest thing?
I don't know. It doesn't really go well with your eyes.
I'm not really one for appraising
She just said
jewelry.
it looked, she
You
just said it
know-
looked great with my eyes.
The woman who I had bought this from told me that it once saved her life.
Really? Tell me the whole story.
Well, it started.
Brian places her hands forward, and she'd like to make a sleight of hand check to take a different ring she likes.
Motherfucker.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Whoa. Okay. Guess we're doing this now.
Oh, you're gonna get us thrown out.
Don't worry. It's okay. It's an 11. It's an 11.
She's just
She's gonna get us thrown out.
yeah.
So,
Can I silvery barbs her perception check and then grant it?
No. Whoa, let this
What?
happen.
it wasn't that bad. You reach down, you kind of pick up a ring as she's talking without looking, and she says to you, yes, that ring you're holding right there also really matches your eye.
I thought so. I really like comparing these two. But
How about I can get both of them to you for a mere 10 gold pieces.
she's
I
looking she's looking back at her party like,
I certainly
technically-
don't have the heart to sell those 2 pieces to anyone else when they look so fine on you.
they look so
I mean,
good.
Technically, we
What
don't
is
have a
Rocky
draconian
rolling?
grip on your, coin purse, so
That was not-
you're free to buy it if you wish. I mean, although to be honest, if it were up to me, I would say that this is. I would practice more prudence of mind when it comes to making impulse purchases.
This isn't the impulse. She's telling me a whole story. Please continue telling the story of how it saved somebody's life.
And then one day, you'll never believe what had happened. There was a ginormous
A what
goat.
now?
Goat! A ginormous goat. Two, in fact.
2 goats.
Yes.
Wait.
Certainly.
I think I heard this one. And it wasn't 2 goats, it was 2 goats and a sheep.
There was no sheep, young man.
Young? Lady,
This old-
Lady, I think I'm older than you are. You might want to get your eyes checked.
I highly doubt it. She is an old lady. Like, this is like
Brian,
like
Brian is starting to get uncomfortable, and she just puts down the rings and like, you know what?
Bro,
I don't need you two fighting. I'm so sorry for taking up your time. She was so nice to me. She was telling me a story,
You're
and then we had to get
not
fighting on the young man comment. Just because you have that youthful glow in your eyes.
Do I?
as you walk away, she is glaring daggers at Chief.
I grasp Ghost Eye for just a second and peer back over my shoulder at her with just white eyes.
Oh,
I don't know
scary.
why I'm doubling down on this, but I am.
This
Right.
this old lady, make me an intimidation check.
Oh. Yeah, we're doing this, I guess.
She sneers at you. She is well practiced in this field. This is her livelihood.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Brian will continue, like, spending way too much time at every stall before she's dragged away by her party members.
I was gonna say, like, between like the last stall, whenever that is, and like making our way to her seats, Moonsick's like, "Were you? I forgot. You were looking to see if we could enter in some of our wine to the auction. How did that go?"
Is that me? I can't remember.
Yeah, I was talking to Brian.
Okay. Yeah, I think it went well. We'll see how they sell. They wanted to sell it as a collection.
I can see the wisdom in that.
Starting bid for the Legati Company's exotic wine collection. I did kind of lump in, like, this is like a couple of bottles for each. Like, it's not just a single bottle of each wine. That seems like it wouldn't make it on the docket. So, for the wine collection, it's $250 starting bid.
Okay.
Your starting bid for the Emerald Pen is 100, and Elixir of Last Will is also 100.
I've got the Hagstone in my inventory now.
Brian would like to start a rumor amongst the wealthy patrons.
Okay.
That there is a up-and-coming, lesser-known vineyard who an extraordinarily rich magistrate in the city is a fan of, and that he will buy. He insists on buying all of the exotic monster wine, to hold in his own personal collection, and that money is no object to him.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that.
What do you think? Starting rumors is gonna be a charisma.
Hmm.
What kind of check is this?
You'd like I could
It's-
drop an enhance ability for you.
Please do.
Persuasion or performance, I would imagine.
It's clearly performance.
Doesn't matter.
like-
It's all
I'd
charisma
like to
checks.
call it. I'd love to call it persuasion. It's clearly performance.
Okay, doesn't matter. I give Brian Eagle Splendor with my enhance ability spell.
Yeah,
Okay.
as much as I'd love to say, oh yeah, no, this is persuasion. I'm persuading people. No. This is performance. It's starting a rumor. It's like I'm trying not to be
Performance.
connected to it. So
It's sleight of mouth.
I also.
Sleight of mouth.
Sleight of mouth.
I hate it.
okay. I have advantage.
You have.
Yes.
You have advantage on all charisma checks.
We needed that advantage. Ooh, these
Well,
dice
that's
are-
what took.
Yeah. I
with-
would like to pump hero points into it.
Okay.
I can pump the rest of my hero points to make that a 17.
Okay.
That's a
Describe
little
to me
better.
how you go about spreading this rumor.
Brian is Brian's gonna start by talking with her party members. We really need to get to keep an eye out for that wine that magistrate really likes. And that's all she's gonna say in that conversation. And as things go on, she's going to make an inquiry about the wine at the docket. Obviously, I can't tell her anything, but she's going to go to a clerk, make an inquiry about when it might be on. Then she's going to go to somebody else, make some small chat, right? Really get to know them, play up the charisma part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really get to know them. And then she's going to ask them to maybe back off if they end up in a bidding war on this, right? And then she's going to go to somebody else, and like she's going to do a lot of this kind of work of making sure as many people hear the name in connection to this magistrate without actually saying that. So that and she's going to talk maybe a little bit too loud for it to be conspiratorial, but part of the performance is making it sound like she's just excited, and she's maybe letting loose a little bit too much. She's a little too new at this. I want her to look almost green as an investor, trying to grease the palms of the right people so that she can make this purchase, so that more seasoned investors bite.
I see. I like that. I like that angle.
Entrepreneurship.
Brian
And,
is 100% an entrepreneur in some way.
Yeah.
As you kind of lay these seeds of conversations, running around to different little like outer stalls and whatnot, you definitely are catching the ear of some of these peddlers, and a couple of them do take notice of your greenhorn status and suggest to turn it down, or to like, hey, whisper quietly, right? A couple of them
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm new to these auctions. Anyway.
a couple of them seem to kind of, you can feel their manipulation of the conversation to as if they're trying to use it to their advantage, right? And you start to feel the tug and pull of the little strings of gossip.
Them trying to get me to say more of what I know.
Yeah, that went very well.
She's playing hard to get. Unlike the wine sold by Legati Company, buy it now. Not hard to get.
No, it's extremely hard to get. People will pay anything for this, Rocky.
I like it.
We don't want to pretend we're selling dirt. We want to pretend we're selling fucking diamonds.
You do notice, let me actually show you the docket. This is what's on the docket today.
Oh god.
Hunting mastiffs.
Oh.
3 tamed griffins.
2 tamed. Oh. Oh,
That's
wow.
a thing that we can...
That's incredible.
Okay.
It is.
A used longship. One fine carriage. Gee.
Deed to a house. What is up with the housing market these days?
It was bought using Etsy.
Commissary for a toll gate?
Aged goodberry wine. Ooh.
Yeah. I would buy the spell book because that is actually an incredible rate for like 3rd and 2nd level spells. But like at the same time, like, you know, it is expensive and it only benefits me.
That's a pretty great rate though. 1/3, 1d4 second. We're also looking for counterspell if you don't already have it, and that's really likely to be the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But again, like this is going up against like other items.
Oh wow, it's not a lot of adventuring items this time.
Not really.
I mean, what does the Smuggler's Tome do? I'm kind of interested about that.
Have to look it up. Can I find it in here, maybe?
Okay, so the Smuggler's Tome.
Never mind.
Let me pull it up. Oh, sorry, wrong page.
As we're looking at this, we got to make sure we have enough at the end of this for the wine.
Yep.
For the collection, you know. And she whispers that a little too loudly.
Where is it?
Yes,
Hold
yes,
on,
of
I'm trying to
course. I haven't forgotten. We'll get it. I kind of whisper a little too loudly back.
Promised us double.
Yeah, you definitely hear people picking up at that.
Yep.
Where is it? Hold on, I lost. I had it. Fuck.
Take your time.
There. Okay. Smuggler's Tome. Not much is known about this Smuggler's Tome, but apparently it is a. It was passed down. It was found in the wake of a previous adventuring party, and it rumors 20 permanent teleport circles spread across the multiverse. So, just for elaboration on that, if the players need a circle in a specific area, they can roll a d20, and as long as it is greater than the count of teleport circles that they have discovered, the book contains one within a mile of their target.
Okay, so it's like fast travel points, but with RNG.
I do need to ask: are we priced out of the 3 griffins? Hyperion?
What do you mean?
Well, it's a bidding, right? So even if we have enough for the 5K, it's liable to go for as much as double that.
Yeah, up to, if not at least. What specifically would we use the 3 griffins for?
They're
I have no
top tier
clue.
mounts. They're top tier mounts.
I mean, like,
Fly
flying
speed of
mounts are
83.
great, but, like, I already have, like, I picked up a Lucerary steed, right, Phantom
Like
steed as,
that's
like, my...
that's good, but fly speed of 80 feet, like they have multi attacks that are pretty dangerous. They're
Yeah, but they die.
they do die. They have 59 hit points. But
Honestly, that's 6 more hit points than I have, or that's 8 more hit points than I have.
like they and they have a low AC, but they are incredibly effective mounts. With a
I
fly
agree.
speed of 80
That's
feet,
basically like a 4th... That's like 9th level paladin. So, no, not 9th level, like 13th level paladin. Like, you know, mounts, right?
So it is something to look out for.
It's
Plus,
something to look out for, but do we need
Tails
it
right.
at this time? Do we
I
need it in general?
I think at 5,000 gold, that is the best rate we could get for something like that. The other question is, are we interested in looking at the trade lines for like the passes?
That is something I would be more interested in, because that would be that'd be adding to like our trade route for like that'd be adding to our trade profit, like we're getting from the wave chaser. We'd have to manage it a little bit, but it'd be a little bit more constant income. Nickeldrana support to Mali, that is quite a stretch.
Yeah. So
that's something I would be more interested in getting than the Griffins.
I'd also like to hear how it's sold to us, because depending on the line, it might be worth it, it might not be.
Yeah, it would depend on what's being traded, if there's already people there, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So what the trade line means, right? And you'll in Nicodranus, it's fairly common to see trade lines get put up on an auction for a lot of these people's like quick cash. Basically, it is an agreement. It's a contract. It's a contract. Usually pays itself out rather quickly, but that's why they are bidding, right? That's why there are bids on it, because sure, you could just sign a contract, but like a little bit of extra cash for it is not gonna, it's more of a guarantee.
Right.
I will tell you that on that particular trade line, let me just pull up my chart. Oh no, that's where is it? Where is it? Sorry. Okay, so there it is. So when a player receives the promissory, they make a shared ability challenge with an investigation or history plus a insight against the DC. When the promissory pays off, they make a third roll, a straight D20 roll against the DC. If the first 2 checks were successes, the player has advantage on the final roll. If they were failures, the player has disadvantage. At 3 successes, you get 150% expected returns. 2 successes is 100% expected returns. 1 success is 75% expected returns, and no success, no return from the history.
No.
Can I force these rolls with Portland?
Probably. Except the third one doesn't come until the payout.
Right.
They pay off once a month. I will say that there are, like, you can choose to have this, like, this will be on you, but when it comes to the stake, you could either choose to do a month, a season, or a year when they are issued. The longer it takes to pay off, the larger the estimated return. Let's see here.
So basically, they're being auctioned off for money now and promised money later.
Yeah.
Now I'm less interested.
I will tell you that you would get your money back pretty quickly. I mean, like, it's not like...
Yeah.
You very well could get your...
Yeah, because you have the trade line for, say, like a year, right? Well, the first month might... After 2 months, you might have your money back, right? Is that what I'm to understand, or am I getting this wrong?
You're kind of right, yeah.
Do we know what the expected return on that is? Before we,
so with a base cost of again, it depends on a variety of factors how high that trade line goes in terms of it, but you're usually looking at about 30 to 40% return. But again, it does change depending on your expectation, right? Like, we roll for success. Your expected return on it is generally about 30%, right? So, right. And it does take a you're expecting about a 30% return on your investment. Then your successes, if we do it every month, for example, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, I really like the idea of doing this way, because we are immediately going into 3 months downtime.
I thought this was during the downtime.
It is during, but like.
But this is early in the downtime. We knew that.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, even before we knew this was downtime,
a little
we
bit
were
less than
planning
3
on going
months.
there that week. So, yeah. Anyway, I'd say that Colgate is something similar as well.
Yeah, it is. It's from Reno.
Okay. So we should look into that. If the price is low, I think we should buy.
As long as the price stays low, I'm up for entertaining it.
Yeah. I think as long as the price is under 150% of the starting bid.
So under 1,500, yeah, I'd go for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take that.
Like, I think it's a no-brainer under those circumstances, and I think it's reasonable outside of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like this. I want to see what happens. I'd also look into the tamed griffins, but I recognize it's up near the top of our price margin.
So, other things that I wanted to discuss on that. So we talked about the Smuggler's Tome. Then there's the Alchemist Potion Belt. Let me pull that up.
Ooh, I kind of want to know what that does, because I kind of want to ask questions about alchemy regarding Canon of Changes, and whether or not alchemy, like, interacts with things made by that.
I would imagine so.
I'll read
You're
the class
creating
thing.
matter. alchemy
Yeah.
interacts with matter, so...
I'll read you the box text. Hurt, thirsty, looking for an easier alternative to rooting through your packs in the middle of battle? Never fear. With our patent-pending quick-release stopper magic, you'll never be stopped by pesky stoppers or unnecessary steps. Just unplug and chug.
Why does this sound like it came from that shop that was in Port Zune?
And it's gonna be something like you can take a bonus action to like get a potion effect or something, right?
Yes. Yep. So,
I figured.
Haven't we already been?
well, we've been kind of doing mixed rules on that. I think that it was for health potions in particular. Actual potions still required an action to take, but for health potions, you could use a bonus action.
Bonus action take.
Health, and
Yeah,
you then
bonus action, you roll the dice. Full action, you get the full maximum amount of healing.
yes.
Which, to be honest though, like I would just take the bonus action most of the time.
And then other potions take a full action.
And then,
Yes.
like, yeah, take an action out of combat.
Fun news about the new rules, by the way. That's just all potions. The new rules literally, Wizard of the Coast was, yeah, we want them to be bonus.
Yeah, but, you know, like healing kind of sucks anyway.
But
Another one is the T Weird. I have to read you the box text on this too because I really liked it. Hey, what flavor of this is this? You mean the tea? I think the T Weird found a mint leaf about a mile back. No, not that. I meant the flavor text. Oh, that's meta flavor. It gets old quick, but it's nice to try it out.
God damn it.
Okay. Yeah.
I really like that.
That's kind of silly. I
As we're
like that.
all like looking over the, like we're all looking at the pamphlet with all the items on it, and we read that, we're like, the hell is it talking about?
So the T Weird is this tiny sentient fragment of a charmed water elemental has an endless desire to create tea. When given a leaf or other potential tea ingredient, its watery form gurgles happily as it begins to steep it, magically heating the water surrounding the ingredient to its ideal brewing temperature. It only picks up materials it chooses to and can control whether or not it's wet to touch. The Tea Weird can inhabit up to 1 gallon of water, or as little as 1 ounce. Any water controlled by the Tea Weird is magical for the duration. The Tea Weird is considered a magical object, and it is not a creature. It has a speed of 5 feet and can hover up to 5 feet off the ground. It has an AC of 10 hit points and a resistance to all damage. The Tea Weird regains all of its hit points if given at least 1 ounce of water. Drinking the entire Tea Weird is harmless to you, but it destroys the item. Sentience. The Tea Weird is a sentient, chaotic good item with an intelligence of 3, a wisdom of 8, and a charisma of 6. It has hearing and dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. It can't speak or read, but understands Aquan and Common. Personality, the Tea Weird is dedicated to making tea. It will happily collect moisture and steep it with fresh ingredients and then separate itself from the freshly brewed tea by pouring it into a cup or similar vessel. It avoids combat at all costs and enjoys resting in cups, kettles, or the pockets of friendly creatures.
It's just a tea elemental that goes around brewing tea every time we put leaves into it. Okay.
It's really cute!
It's really funny. It's like a tea familiar, but also like slightly less useful than just like casting prestidigitation.
It's cute!
Like, it's really funny, and I kind of want it, but like it's just slightly less useful than casting prestidigitation. Heat up water and then...
Here's the picture.
Oh, you have a picture?
Oh,
Come
that's
on, you can't
cute.
just drop the picture. You can't just drop the picture after I say that.
That's kind of cute.
Oh.
Do you see its little legs?
Yeah.
I love it.
Bro,
Love it so much. I won't put
Yeah.
bro, we're gonna set this little boy free into the woods, and it's gonna turn into like a marsh, like over the span of 10 years.
This.
it. Can
I feel weird about drinking tea from a tea weird.
I
Boo.
don't.
Boo.
Boo. Boo.
And then the other one of note, I think, that isn't self-explanatory, is aged goodberry wine.
How many
This
good berries is that worth?
Good berries, using a closely kept family recipe. It tastes fruity and floral with notes of honey and a feeling of a fresh breeze. It is deeply rejuvenating. The bottle comes with it comes with 8, it comes with 8 servings of the syrupy potion. A serving takes 1 minute to drink. When you drink this wine, you regain hit points by spending any number of hit dice. As you finished a short rest. As if you'd finished a short rest. You regain 1 extra hit point for each hit die you spend in this way. The wine provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. In addition, for the next 24 hours, whenever you roll a wisdom or charisma ability check or saving throw, you add 1d4 to the total of the roll.
Yes.
Meh.
Charisma. Charisma checks.
Wisdom and charisma checks or saving. Excuse me.
I'm not like particularly excited
Wisdom,
about that.
charisma ability check or saving throw.
That's pretty amazing. It's like permanent guidance.
For 24 hours.
Or like a day. For 400 gold, that is not that exciting.
8 times.
Okay, but I can cast Enhance ability at like the start of a day.
Yeah,
I know it's a
but
little
they
less
stack.
time.
Stacks!
Yeah, but like realistically, you're not gonna need
Right,
like
okay,
a roll that insanely high.
honestly, Brian loves this wine.
She's drank it
And-
before?
No. Brian just loves this wine. She thinks it's a great idea. Whether that's wise or not is completely out of the question. Brian is interested. Brian is also interested in literally everything on this thing, including things that we're selling, and then she has to be told, no, we're selling that. Makes no sense.
Ooh, an emerald pen? No.
No, hands off.
She's doing this all much more quietly than she was spreading rumors.
I'm surprised. I genuinely thought the T Weird would be a definite go for Moonzik.
Really?
I thought that Moonzik would like. He feels like a tea drinker to me.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's less.
If anything, it would.
No.
If anything, it would lend more credence to like Cheem Liam's persona.
I disagree. This man is a certified cinnamon drinker.
God damn it.
The tea weird now tastes like cinnamon.
But then again, I really like the T Weird. I think it's.
I love the tea weird. I just think it's not interesting in an
I think it's a
auction
good
sense.
concept, but it's too much to be spending
I'd-
like that money on.
I'd almost
for
wish
flavor.
for it to like have shown up as a friend along the way.
Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. I really
All
like
right.
it.
I
God damn
would
it.
love to start the auction.
So, are we really about to spend 100 gold for a new friend that makes tea for us?
We'll find out. Let's do the auction.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, let's go do the.
Oh,
So
as
please let me if
as-
you take even a slight interest in something. Otherwise, I'm going to get back.
as we're sitting down and
I mean, like-
everyone is sitting in their seats, I would like to look around again to try and spot the broker.
There are a couple of people of note that you that seem to take your attention. Let me pull it up. There are 3 people who look like they have business to attend to. Let me just pull up pictures. She does not have a cow with her.
Can't she have a cow in the auction hall anyway?
There's no cows in the auction hall.
But...
No.
But...
But Macau's...
Okay.
Bro.
So...
That's my emotional support cow.
My choleric casts bovine intervention.
Very funny. Excuse me.
He gives a moving speech.
God damn it.
Her name, this one's name is, Rahera.
Rahera.
Hear that. After a brief conversation, she's sitting next to you. She introduced herself as Rahera. It is nice to meet you. Rahera is the name, and you?
Jim Liam.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Do you have anything up for auction today? You see that she appears to be slightly nervous.
My party and I put up a couple of things. We have a emerald pen and a potion or an elixir of last will. What's grabbing my attention is have you heard rumors of that wine collection that's up there?
Rumors of the wine collection? She kind of nervously looks around. I mean, I certainly saw it on the docket for today. Tell me about these rumors.
Well, I've only heard from passersby, but apparently they're made with elderberry, or not elderberry, from assassin berries, and the assassin berry plants themselves were fed some rare and rather powerful monsters.
Huh.
Such rare monsters, in fact, that people that know of them are willing to pay top price for the entire collection. Like, money is not a concern for them.
Who has the highest perception here?
Edward.
Probably. Because
Okay.
Moonsick and
14 passive
Brian are
perception.
tied.
That's fine.
14 passive perception.
As Rahera and Cheem are making conversation next to you, kind of whispering to each other, a gentleman sitting in front of you with a couple of armored guards near him. You see his head kind of turn back as he listens behind him. Gentleman here. You hear him kind of like laugh a little bit and kind of readjust in his seat. Clearly he's listening.
Oh, he's laughing from the from our conversation.
Yeah, he's definitely listening into the conversation that's happening behind him, and he seems to kind of be settling himself back in for a good game.
As this is happening, can I chime in and make a persuasion check with my intelligence stat?
What?
By coming up and saying, powerful monsters is a horrific way to discount the absolute legends that these assassinberry plants have had. I hear rumors that apparently they were being fed exotic animals that, contain stuff like peritons and whatnot. Consuming them would imbue the wearer with some sort of innate magical powers. Some sort of wild magic surge or some sort of innate sorcery powers. I hear sorcerers have been popping up around the blocks here and there. Just by getting a sip of it, just by getting a sip of this
the
stuff.
storytelling. That's so above and beyond.
We're going to be selling this so much that the story's going to reverberate off of everybody, and we're going to hear a different rumor.
That's like trashy back alley rumors. That's hilarious.
I know, but think about it though. Wouldn't it be funny?
We're going to hear altered rumors that we started to come back to us, and we're going to be like, that's not right. I mean...
We here at the Legati Company can neither confirm nor deny these allegations on whether or not drinking our wine gives you superpowers. We appreciate your understanding, and we hope to look forward to future business.
We hope to look forward instead of hoping to look
consequences. We hope to. And I'm going to use this in order to expout crazy random stuff adjacent to knowledge that I have about the bestiary and monsters related to the stuff that we've actually killed with a nature check.
What?
Or a persuasion check, either one's work. Nature or persuasion, either one. Would that work or no?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
I would like to sort of back up these claims with my extensive knowledge about the monsters that we specifically put into our wine, because we're the ones who made it, right? So we obviously know a lot more about the stuff that we put into our wine, right? Whereas these guys are just hearing about it in passing.
Of the Bahana, right? There's the Perryton's Pride, and then there is the what's the other one?
Dragon Turtle?
Dragon Turtle?
Oh yeah, and then there's the Dragon Turtle one, which I can't come up with one off the top of my head.
Dragon Turtle.
We also put a demon in there, I think. Or we were
Demon-
going to put animals in
Demon
there.
hasn't had time to turn into one yet.
Yeah, we still got
Not yet.
Not yet, but those bottles are
Not yet, but it will be. And imagine selling sorcerer powers. How much would you pay for sorcerer powers? Think about it. Even if it was just for a day, it would be well worth the price.
Oh my god.
Okay. I am
Nature check?
going to have you roll a persuasion check with advantage, especially because of your entire... And you know what? I'm going to give you advantage on this. And in addition, go ahead and take a +2.
Holy shit!
Circumstances.
Oh. 14?
14?
14.
Okay.
I would like to pump it up with hero points.
Shameless pumping at the auction.
We have
Shameless
started
pumping at the
the
auction
biggest
house.
pump and dump on a wine collection.
Think about the money we're gonna make.
Are you pumping up 1
Oh my
point? How many
I'm
points do you
pumping
have?
it up 4 points. It's at 18 now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Damn.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. All right. Wonderful. Sitting on the other side of Brine, you see a woman who who has a ledger out, seems very professional and extremely focused, ignoring the happenings to the other side of you, Brian. Doing it on the left, kind of hard.
Brian is going to say, I'm sorry for the commotion my friends are causing.
It does of no matter. Best of luck today.
You
After a
think-
full amount of silence.
Should you really be wishing competitors luck, though?
She kind of looks down and says, well, not everyone needs luck today.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That mutters it under her.
Brian
And you
is,
You can see that she doesn't like the vibe that she's giving off is that she is a very like to the point, and she herself did not intend that to be an insult, but it definitely was insulting.
Brian is gonna smile off the insult, and she's gonna go, well then, good luck to you.
That
Since
does
we're
appear.
since we're in such commemorative circumstances. I do hope you get whatever's on your docket for a reasonable price.
Thank you. She goes back to scribbling her notes.
Brian is now determined to fuck with her at every given point in time during this.
And I took that personally.
Charisma with advantage.
Oh
Brian?
no!
Is actively going to try and push everything she wants on her ledger as high as possible.
Oh no!
This is a risky game you're playing, but it's definitely an exciting one. I actually want to see how this goes.
Can Brian see if she's accidentally tipped her hand during any part of that conversation, especially when she mayhaps got startled by Brian coming back and wishing her luck.
Can you read Elvish?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I figured you could, but just so you know, in long and flowy ways that Elvish is written, you see the things that are on her list, things that are of interest to her. She is interested in the Emerald Pit. But you see that there's a little asterisk by that, right? And you also see the promissory for the toll gate, the trade line from Nicodranus to Port Damali,
Oh boy!
and the excuse me, and the sailing ship. Excuse me, my brain was. So you now have insight into the things that she did. The promissory for the toll gate, trade line, and a sail. With a little asterisk by the Emerald.
I think Brian would step off the Emerald Pen. There's too much risk in it, in trying to push that too high. Just because if we buy it, then we lose half our money, pretty much.
Yeah.
But Brian has plans for the toll gate and the trade line because they're on the docket before the sailing ships. Brian has so many plans.
Moonsick would like to partake in bidding for the T Weird, and then Brian or Edward, or either one of you interested in the trade line then?
Very interested in all the.
I mean, as a person who's not like involved in the management of finances, I would say yes.
Like,
because I don't have to deal
I'm
with
just
it.
gonna put it this way: it's because of the downtime, it's essentially free money.
I
As
will
long
leave
as
that
it's-
to
Yeah.
you guys then to bid on that. Moonsick's just going to bid on the T Weird.
I'm also interested in the Tamed Griffins. I think we should put at least a min bid in and see where that goes.
Okay. Now, as a reminder of how the auctioning works, so for each item that you are bidding, you bid against me. So, you guys as the players will roll a insight check against my D20 and an item modifier that happens because of a variety of things, right? Key players, whatever. And then there is a table that will evaluate how much each bid increases the cost. So, for example, if there is a item of 100 gold, right? Each win increases the bid by 25 gold. If you lose, you increase if you lose by less than 5 of the DC and the roll, right? My roll. It also increases it 25. If you lose by 6 to 10, it increases it to 50. And if you lose by 11 to 15, you increase it to 75. If you lose by greater than 15, it doubles in price. We do a maximum of 8 rolls, or until you win 3 times. Wait, excuse me.
On a nat 20, do you win it immediately?
I don't know. Let me read this here.
I would imagine it kind of works the way that death saving throws do, where if you roll a crit, it would count for 2 successes.
I think that sounds right. Is it 5? No, you win 5. You have to get 5. Hold on, let me read. I gotta read here. I'm so sorry. I had this down and then you asked me questions and I got myself all confused.
You have to win 5 of the 8 rolls.
That's what we did last time, yeah.
I felt like it was 3, but I could be remembering that wrong. That was a while ago.
Let me see here. Oh my gosh, this was so hard to find. I don't know why they made it so difficult to find, even though it was like the essential part of it.
Are these charisma checks?
No, they're insight checks.
Insight checks? Alright.
Yeah, they're insight.
She had said this like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, fair enough. Just making sure, because then I'd have to reapply enhance ability.
Data value. I'm so sorry. I will say that we should. I'm pretty sure it was 5. It was a total of 8 max. 5 wins.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That was what we did last time.
I remember that it was it could be different ability modifiers depending upon how the auction was going.
Let me reference the auction video real fast here, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. I think that was just something you told us. I don't think that's like.
No, just give me just 1 sec. I'm just gonna reference it real quick and see what it says.
Both my cats are one sitting on the windowsill next to my desk, and the other one is sitting in the cat tower, also next to my desk. And the one in the cat tower is passed up at the top. What do you see, Lucy?
Man, I had the same fucking issue last time. You would think by this point I would. It's been on
Or,
my day.
we could just wing it and go from there.
No, I don't want to wing it because I wanted to use this consistently.
I do like the drawing of these characters, though.
Yes. Okay. It is. It is a. You have to win 5 out of 8. And yeah.
Okay.
And last time, Rocky, you did cast. You did cast enhance ability.
I did cast it on charisma, so I'm gonna recast enhance ability. Who wants to make insight checks?
It's you.
Me? Why
Here.
me? I only have like a +1 to wisdom.
Okay, let's take a look at insight. I know it's not me.
It's.
for sure.
I hate this. I hate to say this, but if is your wisdom proficient, Brian?
I'm a 0. I'm a straight up 0.
I am the best person for insight then, apparently. At a +3.
Daddle doodle. Your wisdom checks are now rolled with advantage.
Brian is going to look to give advantage via charisma checks at points it makes sense.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah.
Squeeze out the last bit of value you have before I cast enhance ability on Moonsick.
You can do so twice per item.
Okay.
The rest of the party can involve themselves in the action as well. After the first round, anytime they can try to give the auctioning player advantage. You give them advantage for those rolls. That was how the assessing works.
Yep.
But if
Let's do this.
Okay. I cast enhance ability, Owl's Wisdom on Moonsick.
Okay.
Huzzah!
So with
Huzzah!
that, we'll start the process here.
All right.
No
will you guys
joke
be...
for your action house adventures.
Will you guys be bidding on the 6 highly trained hunting mastiffs?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
But the Legati Company Exotic Wine Collection is something that we are very much invested in.
Yes, we want to bid on that without actually buying it.
Okay, so for the first round, the starting bid is 250. For the
I know Don did this somehow last time where he was just like trying to pump the price with his rolls.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm actually really sad we don't have Don here. If he was here, he could pump so much. Although in this case, I'm wondering whether we should even bid or just let the rumors that we've already spent a lot of our rolls on, just let them work.
So would
it would feel disingenuous to use the same rules on an item that we've done so much to.
That's fair. Maybe we'll see how well our labor has borne fruit.
Okay. Then give me just a second. I'm going to make a series of rolls. They should be whispered, so you probably won't see them. This.
Open for a bidding war.
Morally ambiguous bidding war.
Morally ambiguous.
I mean, technically it's legal.
What's up,
And people do it in real life.
Morally ambiguous kind of describes our party pretty fucking well.
Basically, any party that involves killing monsters is morally ambiguous. I mean, you are literally professional murderers after all.
There's some people left.
Hi, Milo.
Ooh,
Sleepy kitty.
ooh, that's good for you guys, though. It was
Ooh.
bad for me, but good for you guys.
Free money.
You guys have instilled a bidding war. Let me do.
Morally ambiguous. That might be this episode's title.
Morally ambiguous? Not really. There's nothing unethical about it, I think.
There's not
Like
anything like perfectly ethical about it either.
Not anything quite like murder.
It's not morally bankrupt as murder, but it's also not. It doesn't have the moral high ground of giving to charity.
I need 3 more. Sorry, this is boring.
I'm just stretching. I'm sorry.
So that's oh god, man. Okay. 13. Okay. After some quick calculations, the Legati Company Exotic Wine Collection was in fact bought by the gentleman in front of you
Edward.
by the name of Landgrave Humphrey Berenius. For
Landgrave
1,225 gold pieces.
Holy shit!
It really took off there. I rolled.
1,225.
Yeah, I rolled like garbage.
No, you didn't roll like garbage.
Like
He got into a
modifiers
bidding
of like
war with
music.
someone else who really thought that.
Like, is that like also? That's a lot of gold. I'm gonna say right now, that's a lot of gold.
That's a lot of nuts!
You have no idea how greatly assisted you guys were in increasing the value of.
Oh, I know. Brian
Nothing beats indomitable creativity. Indomitable creativity is the strongest thing in all of D&D.
I'm super happy. Brian's gonna whistle.
That's a big one.
Cheap price for that. We'll see what that's worth in 3 years. What's the next time the dragon turtle's gonna come around, right?
Yeah, basically.
And then
We'll have to let Bellwether know next time we see him.
okay, and then for the emerald pen, let me just roll this real quick here. Yeah, you guys don't have as much luck on that one.
Yeah, that's all right. Right. I mean, it is just infinite castings of a loose rarity script.
Still? Yeah. I mean, for the lady writing in Elvish, she, whoever she's buying for seems to be pretty interested in it with the trade route and everything.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, this checks out for, like, stuff that you want as a trader.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Great city.
I suppose we better look at the tamed griffins, huh?
Okay, so for the emerald pen, it is sold for a total of 225.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Money, money, money.
Are we doing this for the griffins? Oh, by the way, I do want to I should also say this. The emerald pin was in fact bought by the woman sitting next to you, and they say her name. Sold to Feldra de Vieira. You see that she kind of settles in her seat a little contented.
Yeah, we'll at least
I'm
humor
secretly seething. Like, you win this time, Feldra.
No. Brian is beaming from ear to ear.
Oh boy, we're at least going to humor the griffins. We'll see what the rolls are like.
So, starting bid
We can always
5,000.
lose it.
Please roll me your insight check.
13. What are our rolls?
That is a win. By the way, that is a win.
That's a win?
That is a win.
Okay.
These are commoners.
So, because I rolled atrociously.
So that only goes up 25%.
Hold on, I'm just referencing I have a table.
I gotcha.
So the bid increases to 500, so it's 5,500.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me again.
22?
22.
She's a woman? She's 22?
That is also a win.
Do you remember the 22nd night of September?
What the fuck?
I cannot fucking believe that that's another win. Okay. One more time? Well, I guess not one more time. Again?
Again. Do you take nat 20s?
Nat 20.
Yes, we do take nat 20s. That counts as 2 successes.
Let's go.
You currently only need 1 more success to win.
Can we get a reduction in price?
No.
As if
That's not how it works.
That happened one roll earlier. We still got a nat 20!
You rolled a nat 20. It counts as 2 successes. My god.
That does
I know,
bring
that
down...
we got 4 successes out of a needed 3.
Kale,
That's
Kale,
from going up
Kale,
twice, dude.
I was gonna say,
that is incredible.
getting a nat 20 and doing,
That
like,
saves you-
getting
that
the
nat
pass
20
that we did,
saves you
that's already
500
bringing down the price.
Yeah,
I
that
know,
nat
I'm
20 saved you 500 gold. Do not complain.
I'm teasing.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Do you take nat
I got
20?
Do you take nat 20s again?
Do you have change for a nat 20?
Yeah, you got change for a 20. That's the title, guys. Whatever title you're taking, no. You don't need that title. We have nat 20s at home.
I'm so mad, guys. That's a total of 7,000 gold pieces.
How many
For
wins do you... How many wins do you need to...
5.
5. I did it in...
Oh, I thought it was 3.
No, it's 5. I did it in...
Okay.
Technically 4. Well, yes, just 4 in general.
That's pretty special.
I could
Yeah,
have,
David,
in
I
theory, done it in 3, but the nat 20 came on the last roll, so...
Yeah.
I just want to let you know. I rolled, shit you not, a 1, a 3, a 2, and I didn't roll for the last one because
Nat 20? Oh my god!
It's like, there's no way you're beating this.
That's
So that is the cheapest for 3 griffins we could literally ever get.
Oh my
does
god.
not include barding. You do not have saddles.
Oh no!
Oh,
40
Yeah, but saddles are
gold.
mundane.
Will...
You have to get
Saddles
a
are
Oh
mundane.
no!
Look at
Exotic saddles, 40 gold. Oh no!
like that's like a couple hundred gold.
No,
That's not that
they're
much.
custom saddles, dude.
Yeah, exotic saddles are 40 gold.
Yeah,
They're in the
Okay.
DMG.
Gold?
and 20 gold.
They're
It
40
can't
gold.
only be 40 gold.
Dude,
No
40
way.
gold is a lot of money.
Oh my god. Y'all better start picking out names for your fucking griffins.
But you're wrong. 60
yeah.
gold for any aquatic or flying mode.
Oh my
60.
god! These
Oh, 60?
fucking
My bad.
sads.
Whoops. My bad.
My bad. I apologize, Emily. It wasn't 40, it was 60 in the DMG. Okay.
You guys better find a
Well-
way to make that money.
Yeah. Well, we've accepted it, so now,
Now we just have griffins?
Not yet.
You guys,
okay.
okay. 7,000 gold for 3 tamed griffins.
Fucking unbelievable.
I don't know how much money we currently have, but, Brian is cooking up some thoughts.
I think between all of us, without the use of the gems, I think
Suddenly-
we should have enough, but we still have other...
Suddenly all the monsters...
Brian wants to buy both the promissory and the trade line as well.
Suddenly all the monsters in Emily's campaign gaining either
So,
ranged
a
attack or a
promissory,
fly
is
species.
that like we gained some of the toll gate's profits, or is that like
No.
we're able to
So
pass...
the promissory is basically a promise in terms for the toll gate. That is a promise that you will operate the toll gate. It will be your responsibility, right? You can hire people. People don't actually. The people who buy the notes don't.
And then we make any money off of operating that toll gate.
And then you make money. Yep, off of operating the toll gate, and of course, their money is paid. Like part of the money, the toll that you take gets paid to the government, right?
Well, of course.
But then you get extra
Yeah,
on
well,
top
tax.
for
Minus
having
tax.
for running it and taking that.
Mhm. And what Brian is planning on doing is she's planning on trying to bid for both of those and leverage their worth in a loan from whatever bank in order to fund said endeavors. And also make sure that we have the liquid cash, because after a few months of operating both of those, we should make back enough money for the Griffins. If we play our cards right.
I mean, we do have a decently good name around town. I'm sure if we go to a lender, they'd be okay. Like, a reputable lender at that, they'd be more than willing to...
Especially with good collateral,
Yeah,
like commissaries
think-
and trade lines.
yeah.
Do you think that the increased
but
ramp up in the
recently-
price of our Legati Company wine would cause like a reputation spike?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's gonna
That
cause
factor?
that wine to fucking skyrocket in value.
I am also describing several schemes. This is not legal. What I am doing is promising to pay one debt by going into debt with somebody else. That is called a Ponzi scheme.
It's illegal in most actual places in real life, but in D&D.
Why would they know what the Ponzi
You
scheme
know,
is?
this ain't real life.
It was
I'm gonna break
Ponzi.
the law, but I'm not allowed to do that in real life, so I'm doing it here. It's perfectly legal to be illegal.
All right.
Okay. There are some very serious legal consequences. You're right if you guys can't manage to make these funds.
Of course.
Alright. The promissory note.
That's at 800.
Yep.
Brian is gonna
Starting
start-
at 800 gold pieces.
Brian is going to try and help out. I don't know how I can help within the rules, but the way she wants to help out for both the trade line and the promissory note is she knows one of the top bettors to be the woman to her right, and she knows that she's really interested in the 3 sailing ships. Those are going to be her big expenses. She's going to make noise as if we're going to look at the 3 sailing ships as well, and that she's going to want to save a lot of money in order to make sure she can actually get those ships. So she's less willing to bet on the promissory or the trade line.
Okay. You know what? I really like that. I am gonna have to ask for a roll in addition because this is kind of a new thing. And
Spicy.
I think so.
Performance?
Basically, I want to explain what is happening here. So I have for the things that your 3 players, right? The 3 people that you're interacting with during this encounter, right?
Mhm.
Each of them add bonuses that make it they basically give me more
They're your modifiers.
modifiers. They add to my modifiers because it's the things that they want.
Mhm.
Right. And I'm trying to take somebody who I know wants something out
So
of
you're
this.
removing them. Yeah, so you're basically removing that modifier.
Hell yeah.
That's the persuasion roll that you're trying to run with. Because I don't think it's a lie. I think that this is
Oh, that's a
persuasion.
24.
Yeah.
I am just going to
Absolutely.
I-
Insight against.
runs it.
She is meant to do things as well. I hope the luck is in her favor.
Sorry. Let me just actually type it out because I
Oh,
didn't keep it.
24. Good luck, whoever this person is.
You're just gonna get into her head, huh?
I only am basically. You know what? I'm only gonna do it for because she does have a high insight. That's her thing. But
Yeah.
you know what? I am
she
gonna give her
beat it
proficiency.
24.
No, I'm gonna give her proficiency. This is her
That's fair.
fucking job.
That's fair.
This is literally her job. That's
Honestly,
understandable.
I'm just saying maybe
That's
she shouldn't have wished me so much luck.
That's understandable. However, I would like to force a portent.
Oh, come on.
Okay, yeah, you can force a portent.
God.
What portent die are you using?
12. I force a 12.
Fail. Yeah, she drops out.
Fuck.
Hey. Ruthless businessmen.
Holy fuck.
We are ruthless.
Okay.
Guys, I think
Let's
we're
roll
banned
the
from auctions
liquor.
after this.
You know the saying, gambling with mages never is.
All right. So for the promissory note to operate the toll gate, heading north towards Strassenwald.
Cameron,
Please
Rolling
roll me an
little
insight
trolling.
check.
a 14.
14. Ooh.
I'm rolling. Oh, that was a D100. Whoops.
Oops. Just rolled a
Oops, I rolled a
72.
73.
No
Fuck you.
modifiers, so that is a win. I have no modifiers.
What? Oh, oh shit.
Well, okay.
Nobody else
Okay,
wants
that's
this
not
money.
lying. Hold on. Wait a second, I'm lying about that. The thing actually naturally has modifiers. Give me a second, let me look at it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was all caught up in
Oh
the
my god.
hell. Okay, so
I think the three of us specifically are banned from auctions after
that's
this.
that's a +4.
Not if we don't get caught.
But a +4 still fails.
Okay.
So
Oh,
that
yeah.
is a success for you with 10%.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay. And go ahead and roll me your next dice.
I just want you to know I almost clicked dagger because my mouse had drifted a little bit.
Murder.
Raised knight goes on a stabbing spree in auction house.
With
Read it today.
As I mistake my dagger hand for my paddle hand and raise my dagger in the air.
Breaking news: crazed maniac goes on stabbing spree at auction house.
with against the players. Sorry, it's different for against the players versus not.
You're good.
Yeah,
It's still
I'm
funny
right.
either way.
I'm right. Okay, so that's a success. All right, roll me again.
Where is it? There it is. Another 14.
Ooh.
That's a success.
Shoo. Should probably be keeping track of these
I am.
expenses.
Oh, I do want to let you know right now, we've bid 3 times. So it's. I can send this. This is where I'm at right now. Oh, they're supposed to. For some reason, the asterisk didn't work because it turned it bold or italicized or whatever. But each of those has an asterisk on them to indicate a win.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll again. And if I could roll anything more than a fucking 2, I would appreciate it.
Why is it going back and forth between 14 and 22? Are you sure you're not rolling a D2, Emily?
I'm rolling a 5 right now. That's what I'm rolling. So that's another fucking success.
Have you talked to Faith recently?
This is benefiting the party. It is not a personal attack against you, Emily. This is benefiting the party. The game as a whole. It is not personally attacking you.
We...
I'm so upset right now.
You remember that dice jail I got you?
I put my computer in the dice jail.
Put the computer in the dice jail.
I'm not rolling it. I'm using the GM roll on Roll20.
Put GM roll from Roll20 in dice jail.
Does this count
Maybe
as
if I-
bullying the
you know
GM?
what?
If we're
Maybe
bullying
if I
all the
make it
characters that the
public.
GM
Hold
made?
on. Maybe the secret is that I have to make it public. Then I will roll good.
Ooh.
All right. Roll again.
16?
That's beatable.
So we're the 14.
Oh, well. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's pretty close. I'm not sure if that plus 15 modifier would help, but you know.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's cosmic timing right there.
That really is.
Please stand by as Emily proceeds to throw her computer into dice jail. Oh my god,
No.
my eyes are tearing.
That's a. I haven't
Never
won
before has he
a
rolled so
single
terribly.
roll.
Okay, 2 of those you couldn't really win because they were nat 20s, but still.
They still have no importance, by the way.
Oh my god.
Does this count as bullying the DM?
No. It's not us that's doing the bullying. Oh my god.
Okay. Do you guys want a storefront?
No.
No.
No. What would we put there?
No, we have a storefront at home.
Your wine shop? I don't know.
Oh, Bellwethers. I mean, it's not ours, but we can drop in
We
any
could open
time
up
and
a
just get, like,
franchise of
the
Bellwethers.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You didn't think about that. I do regret. I didn't think about that. I put it on there. I did not expect you to think I was joking. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I was joking. I did not intend for that. That was not the reason
I'm not intending on going for that. That goes contrary to the goals and to the amount of money we have. Like
I mean, think about it though. Like,
in.
how awkward would it be if we just came home one day back to our island and told them, "By the way, we bought you a bakery in the middle of this very large city."
By the way,
Nothing like this broken.
I feel like I've had to relook at the rules like 6 times to see if I'm missing something, but the answer is I'm just rolling really, really badly. And that's just the dice. That's just the dice, right?
That's how dice work. Yeah.
Oh, man.
At the end of the day, somebody did bid a few times. You know, it went from 800 to
us.
500.
We bid a few times.
Yeah, we just mid-bid a couple times, and people were like, you know what, have it.
We're just like 880. Wait, no, 960. They're like, what the fuck? You already had a bid. Stop bidding.
These are the people who got the tamed griffins. I don't want to fuck with them for the toll. Like, if they have griffins at the toll gate, I want to be their friend, right? Like,
oh my god!
From now on, we're not making insight checks anymore. We're making intimidation checks.
Yo, can we make our next one with intimidation checks?
Sure.
Except intimidation's a lower score, so no.
No, I have a higher score, so I can make one.
Okay.
No, but like Munzik has advantage and a +3. Like that's
I have
better than your
advantage.
+4.
When did I have a +3?
No, you don't, because I dropped
Oh yeah.
concentration.
Yeah.
Didn't mind
Enhance
that.
abilities
I
concentration.
have advantage.
He does have advantage.
He has
Yeah,
advantage
he
in
has
charisma
advantage.
rules.
You know what?
So
Yes.
I'll give him intimidation.
Even if I didn't, I could
Intimidation
just
check, boys.
turn on Cloak of Flies and have it.
Oh, what?
Okay, that they may not let you have that.
You.
Fair. Like
There are people
my
around you.
point. My point is first off, I already have. It. Secondly, I could just turn it on and get it. Now they might be a little pissed off with me, but I could do it.
My question, wait, so where are you getting your advantage from? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Don't I still have advantage from charisma checks, or is that concentration?
That's concentration, I think,
Okay.
right?
Well,
Wait,
then-
is it? Wait, Rocky?
Yeah? Enhance
Is it
abilities
concentration?
concentration. I already said that. So unless Brian can somehow get advantage another way, then you're not rolling with concentration, which is what I've been saying.
I feel like Brian would know the rules on this. Can she become very gross looking? And without getting kicked out?
Oh,
Oh my god.
no. You cannot turn on a very harmful spell, Cloak of Flies, to gain it, like, not even
It's
high
so
class.
funny that you had to ask.
High class. There is
Okay,
literally
okay.
the guy in front of you has armored guards near him, right? If you put,
It's so funny that you had to ask.
we will have
Okay,
a
you know what? You know what? You've got a
People.
point. We will continue doing it the way we were doing. I thought it was funny. Fine.
You've already knocked my, like, extra modifiers off of it. Like,
No, you
Yeah,
right.
come on,
You right.
Wizard's already the
I'm
ultimate
backing off.
support
I'm
class.
backing
What more
off.
could you
Let's
want?
just do the trade line. Let's just do the trade line.
She's ready to have something bust through the walls of the auction house and end everything right now.
You want to fight here? We'll go on a brief break, and when we come back, I have a battle map.
Can we get our 3 griffins for the fight?
Just, yeah, when we come back from break, all of a sudden we have a very detailed map of the auction house.
Oh no. DM, why are there stat blocks in the journal page?
This is why I was nervous for this session. Okay.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it was either this or, you know.
Wait, no, I know.
Okay.
It was either this or broken
I really
interactions,
know
but
the
either
title
way.
of the episode this time. Economy? What economy?
Inflation.
Inflation! Fuck!
Okay. Let's do the trade line. Give us a bid.
We already have a bid. Anyway. Advantage, right? 22. Oh, man. That's better than a 5.
Yeah, but still a fucking success. Even with this one in particular's +8, it's still, I mean, like,
Holy shit!
Well, we're winning, and that's all that matters. And if we're not winning, I can cast Silvery Barbs, so it's alright.
okay.
Oh no!
Go ahead and roll again.
Now that the GM's rolls are public. Oh, 19.
19?
3!
Oh,
my god!
This is starting to get painful.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh.
Roll again.
Oh no!
This is like the best enhance ability I've ever casted.
Hey!
Roll 20!
I cast Silvery Barbs.
Roll 20 is
I
like...
cast Silvery Barbs.
By only 10. But, like,
I
yes!
cast Silvery Barbs.
Don't!
Yeah, like,
Do not
Silvery Barbs.
silvery barbs! Please,
What do you
Ryan!
cast
Okay,
Silvery
fine.
Barbs
I
to?
don't.
What do you cast it
I'm
to?
not going to.
No!
It'll be
No!
funny, but I'm not going to. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Edward, no! Down, boy!
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Roll again.
21.
Well, this is a little awkward.
That's
That
a win
wins.
for
That's
you.
a failure. Hold on. So that's a plus. Sorry, just a second.
Holy
Actually,
shit.
did I not add it to the last one? Hold on. So, oh no, I forgot to add it to the last one.
Whoops.
Okay, hold on. So that was plus. That'd be 10. Sorry, math. 10. So that's 200 actually. And then this one plus that's a 4, excuse me. 4, that's the same, okay. Okay. Just so you know, we are currently at 1,400 gold.
Oof.
Alright,
Okay.
go ahead and roll again.
Is this petty? Does this 19? Okay. Does this count as petty?
Oh, was that? Oh, you rolled. I'm so sorry. I missed that. I missed your roll. 14. So that's a failure. So that's a failure by 3. By 3. Okay. All right.
Just
Roll
one
again.
more down.
20. Dirty 20.
20. You cannot roll low.
Yeah.
That's a
3.
So that's a success.
I mean, I can roll low. I can roll 2 nat ones. And then Emily will really have a heyday.
No, you can't. I'll
Okay.
just force a 20 with Porton. It's okay.
Go ahead.
I'm
16.
confused.
That's a 10. That's a failure. So that does lock you. Wait, no, you can actually still win technically. So if that's 1 success, 2 success, 3 success.
4 success. Right?
No, that one's actually a
21
failure.
beat 17 by 3, right?
I can
I'm
send
so
you the rest of the
confused.
chart. Hold on. So just so that you guys understand the table that I'm working with, let me just snapshot this. Well, hold on. Let me not do that. So this is the table. I'll put it in the Wildemount chat, I guess. There are gradients to it. And I'm actually not rolling badly right now. The issue before, like, even with, like, the +6 or the, you know, in this case, the +8, the, +5, excuse me, for the last one, +8 on this one. The difference between the dice, and now that now he's rolling middling dice, and I'm rolling middling dice, it's starting to balance out, right?
Okay.
So,
I thought I had heard that we had succeeded more often than we did.
No,
I
you
thought
still
I thought the 19 to 14 was a win for us.
No, it was not. I'm just, because I'm typing, it's harder to add, like, the modifiers to the roll because I'm actually keeping track of what's happening in the chat box.
Right.
So I'm just adding those numbers.
Okay. Well, I think at this price we're probably priced out anyway.
So right now you're at 1,700.
Yeah. That kind of prices us out, to be honest.
Yeah. I think we're locked out of it now.
Okay, so we can stop with that.
Which we got one of the 2 money opportunities. I think we'll survive.
And they're almost the same base price. One was 80, one was 800, one was 1,000. So
Yeah.
with how little we spent on it, it's probably a good thing for us.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the elixir of last will. So I'm gonna do some of my own.
Can I ask who won? On the
you knocked. You actually knocked the trade line off of the people who you would know, who I had planned. So for each thing, it was gonna be one of the 3 of them, or somebody not important because you guys don't actually care. Like, you don't really need to know who got the used longship, right? But for the important one, I had the 3 characters, and each of those things would go potentially to one of them, depending on what you guys wanted to do. If that makes sense on how I structured that. So I don't know who got the trade line. I assume a competitor of yours, but, like, who isn't a competitor? This is a major.
I'm mostly just happy that the person who insulted me didn't get it.
Yeah, you.
God, this is so petty. I love it.
You told her that she shouldn't bid for those. So And that's fine.
And tell her.
You
I
strongly
convinced
implied it.
her.
Like, yes.
I convinced her through duplicitous means.
So it looks like a lot of her, a lot of the trade stuff she was sent here for is kind of going up in smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Not completely, because there's still chances for her to get a ship, but
Yeah.
there's a little bit more work involved
Petty
after that.
So that's.
Oh, also, Emily.
Sorry, second.
Oh, okay.
That's 100. Sorry, just a second. I got myself confused. Okay, so that's gonna be. Okay, so that puts us. That actually made a decent profit on it. So 275 for the elixir of last will.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's really not a bad price. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then did we want to do the spell book?
Since the sailing
Sure,
ship
why
were
not?
before that, I want to see the look on her face when she realizes we're not betting on sailing ships.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
That is so petty.
That's so petty.
That is like unreasonably disproportionately petty. It's really funny, but I hope this doesn't screw us over later.
It's
I actually like I how I viewed it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Never mind. So
she will remember this later.
I mean, to be fair, like, on the one hand, she could definitely screw us over. She probably has enough money to be able to do something like that. On the other hand, though, if she's an actual merchant, she would know not to take it personally.
yeah, that's what I'm like I'm trying to like say like yeah, she would realize that,
She just got played.
but like
I don't expect her to be like angry about it or like
I will say
seek
her
revenge.
her reaction, you notice that she did have a strong reaction when she got the emerald pen. However, when it came to these more major like ticket items, you see that she is completely impassive as she does this work.
Mm.
If you would like, you could roll an insight check and I can tell you maybe a little bit more about it. But that's kind of like what you notice. You notice that she was excited for the emerald.
You're good
pen.
at insight checks, right?
Oh, I'm doing this. This is me. This is my vendetta.
No, fair enough.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so with it,
Perfectly average insight.
With a 10, you can see that she's a professional. This is what she does. And you know what? Given her appearance and the amount of money that she was bidding for the sailing ships and whatnot, you think that this is not her money she's using.
Mm.
And I think that's pretty clear from just how she's interacted.
Yeah.
Except maybe, and this is just me giving you this, maybe not the pen. Because she actually was excited for that.
I just have a positive feeling that, I don't know, I'm not getting anything from you on this, so maybe this isn't something that's real in terms of the game, but I think Brian would feel some degree of pride in that she managed to play a professional here.
Yeah, that's
on one of her listed items. And feel like she held her own in what she observes is similar to a Fey court.
I love that for Brian. Brian feeling content of herself. This woman, like, completely unfazed.
Brian sitting there overly smug for no reason.
That's funny. Anyway.
Do we have the money for the spellbook at this point?
Do we want to bid for the spellbook? Like, it's a great value for, like, the amount of money that it costs on the auction house, but at the same time, like, I'm fine if we skip it. Up to you guys.
I think that's conversation for Moonsick, too.
Mm-hmm.
Moonsick should definitely be involved.
I'm more curious on how we're going to determine, like, what spells are actually in there.
So...
Oh, I have a list.
Before we go into that, I have been keeping tabs on what our damage is right now. As of right now, our what we need to pay is 6,425 gold.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then we're also looking to get, I mean, the T-Weird's not going to be that much. Compared to everything else, that's just a dent, but do we really want to...
You don't have to get the T-Weird unless you want it. That, I just
We already bid for it, though.
No, we didn't.
No, we haven't.
No, we didn't. Never mind.
Yeah,
the T-Weird there is just for flavor.
I mean, we can go for the spellbook. It's just that, we have to be prepared to put that much more money into all of this, so...
Yeah, I mean, again, like, if our coffers are looking a little barren, like, I'm fine with passing this up.
I will say, and just as a side note, in terms of your big bank, right, you also have the other party to keep in mind, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe that you are spending this much money without, like, a good justification for it, like, this is for the both of us, right? On personal things, you have to be prepared to allow the other party that level of discretion as well.
Right.
And so just keeping that in mind.
I think our big purchase that isn't for both parties is
the Griffins.
The Griffins. And the other purchase we made was basically trying to turn a little bit of a profit with our money, which, you know, can help them to pimp their ride. You know?
Yeah.
Or whatever else they're looking to spend their money on. So I'm okay if we aren't looking at any of the other items here. I was
if anything,
one, but given how much we've spent already,
yeah.
I'm certainly not against it, but again, just keep that in mind. because these kind of large purchases are now taking those effects, right? Firewatch Island as a whole, right? You
Mhm.
you have the profit right now from uh, the Wave Chaser, and that's really good going for you. Uh, you have
Yeah.
the supply of cash, but at this point, we are spending more money than we are making, right?
Yeah.
So be cautious with how far we take that.
Honestly, nothing here makes me go like this significantly changes how I play, right? Compare and contrast that with some of the items we already have, like the staff, right? The staff that we have changes I how Brian plays, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
The yeah, basically, I think we're good.
I think we're more than good. Yeah, we can leave the book.
I already have a name picked out for my griffin.
Also, one more thing. Keen Mind says I have like a really good memory. Obviously, we agreed like a really long time ago. It's not photographic, but it's like good, right? Can I jot down the like keep like a mental note of that name of the person who purchased the wine collection? And
Yeah.
then later on, just like sometime when we like fade out and like skip over the time lapse that like mysteriously a bottle of wine signed by the Legati company shows up in his mailbox or something.
Ooh.
With
Ah,
specifically Anabates like demon wine, right?
Ooh.
Like consider like a short period of time before the actual wine officially releases. He just gets like a small bottle of like demon wine
I
that's
love
labeled like devil's blood, right?
I absolutely love that. That is
That's awesome.
really clever.
Fuck yeah.
I absolutely love that. To me, if that's a decision that you are making to reel in this high profile customer, or however you want to look at it, to encourage more interaction from Landgrave Humphrey Beringius.
That's
Um,
awesome. I love
Yeah,
that.
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely, we can set that in stone right now. That happens.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So on to yeah, so I think that's it. If we're not, or there was nothing else, we've made the decision, we are not purchasing anything else.
No, I don't need the tea weird. I think we're done.
Okay. Then with that, our auction closes. And I know that again, it was a little rough because these rules are kind of complicated, and I thought I knew them better, and then you started asking questions, and I was like, wait a second, how does that work? And then I was panicking because like I wasn't rolling well. Am I doing something wrong? No, I'm just rolling bad. But thank you for having the auction.
Thank you for having the
and
auction.
I
Yeah.
hope you had fun.
Thank
We are
you.
going to take a break.
Yep, that's fair.
No, we were supposed to meet with the broker.
We will meet with the broker, and it turns out that today's session is going to be focused 100% on the auction. And I think
Well,
that's
I guess
okay.
it's focused 100% on the auction.
I think that's okay. So we'll have a little bit more role playing next session too, which I think is
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, these taking up a little bit more space. Whatever. We're gonna have a break.
Sounds good.
15 minutes.
Ooh,
15 minutes.
15?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I am back. I'm going to keep my camera off for now just because I have food.
Understandable.
So yeah, I already have a name for my griffin.
What's the name?
Peter.
I hate that.
You know what I'm referencing with that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Like within 5 minutes of like knowing we have griffins, I'm like, what the hell am I doing for a griffin name? Wait.
Oh my. I swear.
Wait. He's a tamed griffin, but can he be a little bit more rotund than the other two?
Yes, he can.
Thank you.
Okay. As a reminder, just while we're in the break period, you also still have horses.
Uh-huh. We'll need to sell those.
I mean, the other option isn't selling them, it's letting them roam on the island and just providing them extra feed.
Oh, that's true. And they could always attach tools to them and they could help plow fields and stuff.
You have riding horses.
Oh, is it different from farming horses?
Yeah, like work
Okay.
horses are very different.
Okay.
But I mean, you have enough room on the island. You might want to hire somebody to take care of them, though.
If we decide to keep them that way.
It's so funny.
Looking at your shower thought.
Oh yeah, I did post that. That was pretty funny.
Is everybody back?
Nope.
I'll take pale silence as a no. What?
Can you guys hear me?
Hi.
Now we can.
Hi. I've been trying to talk this whole time. I was not
What
needed.
happened?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. All right. If we're all here, then I suppose it's time to start, huh? If I could please get confirmation from everybody.
Yup.
Yeah.
Rocky?
Yep.
Cool.
Ooh.
Emily, do you feel
Everybody's
better?
I do feel a little bit better. I had some hummus and cucumbers, and I'm feeling much better.
I have a really selfish request after this.
Oh no.
What
I
is
guess. Hummus.
I want to switch which Monday we're doing this on, because we're doing it currently on the Mondays directly after inventory, instead of on the Mondays that I don't have inventory.
Yeah, let me talk to the other party.
Because what we could do was we could just run two A groups in a row.
Yeah.
That way we're technically not missing out on any of our stuff.
And if that genuinely is too much for you, or that's not enough D&D for you, like it's too long to wait, I'm also like not inherently opposed to running a shorter session in the same week, right? I'm not inherently opposed to that. I would just need to know a little bit.
Yeah, we can discuss this after. I just kind of am recognizing how tired I'm getting.
Understandable. Okay. So, after finishing up the auction, you all begin to look around for the broker. You want me to put a picture of the broker up?
Currently, no.
No, do you want me to?
Oh, sure.
I have it here. So sorry, I thought this was closer than it was. Anyway, while I'm pulling that up, you spot him. Noticing, by the way, that he did not partake in this auction at all.
Huh.
But he is here, standing off in the corner.
Seems like he was just watching us this time around.
Nothing to your taste on the docket?
Oh, now I have the voice and I'm spooked. He says, today I am not, fuck. I'm super nervous. What the heck?
No, there's no need to be nervous, broker.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, if you mess up, all it'll do is just make Broker lose his biggest fangirl. You know, no pressure or anything.
Jesus Christ.
The broker says to you, my interests today don't lie with what's up on that stage. And his eyes scan you up and down.
So you came here just for us.
Productively? Question mark.
Productively. Well,
and I want to say, it's not like eyeing you specifically, Brian. It's you as in the party.
Brian believes very heavily that it is her specifically.
Yeah, that tracks.
It is.
Yeah, makes eye contact for like half a second. Yeah.
Party in and hold. Party in hold. Sticking to that.
Brian goes, seeing as we've so piqued your interest, I had a thought. When first we met, I told you I wanted to understand you. You warned me that such endeavor could be dangerous. If we're interesting enough to you, well, I've come across an item that might let each of us lay bare some truths and maybe figure out where we stand and what we might gain from one another.
Right. He takes a step closer towards you, and he says, "I have no interest in what you can give me."
How would you possibly know that?
There is so much that you do not know, Brian.
And yet, there is so much I do. Things that can be useful to you. Maybe. And I know that you have an interest. You would not be here otherwise. Besides, what I am offering is a trade of secrets of equal value, magically ordained, too. If my secret was worthless, well, you would give me nothing. So, if I truly have nothing worth anything to you, what have you to lose?
He thinks for a moment. And you see a smile spread across with his, you can see his like sharply pointed teeth kind of curling out from under his lip. You are quite the charmer. All right. It's a deal.
Before we discuss any more about these matters, do you suppose we should pick a more private location?
Oh, definitely.
Have somewhere in mind. Just kidding. He and with that you see like time freeze.
Oh!
People who
Oh.
are around you kind of it again, they aren't like stop frozen, but there's this moment where time seems to dilate and uh beneath you you see a different kind of cracking begin to form in a similar way to how he fractals out of existence. You notice it's distinctly different than the kind of cracking you have seen from these portals. As it begins to fractal into smaller, more well-crafted chunks, finer, thinner. It's elegant in comparison to the cracks that you guys had been experiencing in your portal with your rose, and from the other experiences you've had with the flowers. This is elegant, and just as your brain is starting to figure out exactly what's going on here, you find yourself sitting in a small yet infinite demiplane.
Oh. Oh.
Could one
Sitting in
say
front
that this is a inert demiplane that one would not be able to have means of getting out of unless they had some sort of dimension warping powers, such as the broker?
correct.
Oh.
Brian is gonna look around
I
and
didn't even have to roll Arcana for that. Okay.
she's gonna whistle and she's gonna go, oh.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts and just feel for like surface level thoughts?
Okay, surface level thoughts. A wave of nausea overcomes you.
Oh, okay.
This is similar to the feeling that you had when you had first peered into the broker's thoughts. Because I don't know if you remember this, but you have tried this before.
I have tried this, and he shut me down.
And then it gave you a piercing, like painful ache in your mind.
I thought
This
the painful ache in his mind came from him trying to uh identify the gold rose.
he
Yeah.
did do that,
Okay.
but It was in the same note as when he detected thoughts on him originally.
Okay.
So rather than before, where you had that sharp pain when you did this time it's just like this wave of nausea. Like things are kind of, it's like you're teetering on the edge.
Kind of like
that kind of like swooping.
like when
right?
a dull migraine kind of affects your body and you start to feel increasingly nauseous.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Where you feel like you're on the precipice, just on the very edge. However, you do have this tide feeling that's emanating, that matches his posture, his facial expressions, the way he's moving about the room, of delight.
Before we...
You can understand that despite this sickly aura that you are experiencing in his mind, sickly is not quite right, but this ocean, like motion sick feeling that you have, he is absolutely delighted.
Edward is going to try to suppress, the nausea that washes over him. And he's going to crack a slight grin. He's going to look at the broker and he's going to say, "You've been looking forward to this, haven't you? You're enjoying every moment of this." Right?
And he gestures over to this dining room set that he has laid out in this place, where he has his chair with a nice tall back. It's a deep purple that matches the color of his eyes, all the fabric. There are no walls in this demiplane. So these just kind of sit in the what could be the middle, with a coffee table and a little bit of tea, already hot and ready to go. And he turns to you, Edward, as he gestures to the coffee / tea area, and says, "I would expect nothing less from the lot of you."
Moonzik in the guise of Cheem takes a cautious step forward and takes a seat, and he says, "With how quickly you had that tea brew up, you could have had me fooled in thinking that you had bought the tea weird."
Clever little thing.
Brian is also going to sit down and grab a cup of tea. The item in question does have one flaw. We shared one secret through it, and then it doesn't work before. I propose that we could have a more interesting conversation if we start off a little lighter. Pleasantries. We don't want to, get the interesting stuff out of the way first, do we?
Well, we can still have lighter conversation and still keep the topic interesting. I do have a question.
I believe, before you begin, if I'm just going to be freely giving you information...
Oh, please, ask any question you have.
Why don't we begin over the book?
The reason I would like not to begin over the book is because I do not wish to divulge a secret immediately that may overshadow any more light-hearted conversation we might have. The book is um, I did bring this up. Is the Book of Hidden Hearts. Compels another person to speak their deepest desire or secret, but in order to complete the spell, I must speak a secret or deep desire of my own of equal value. So, in order to get a deep secret from you, I must divulge an equally deep secret I have. Should I have no such secret, it would simply fail.
I understand. I apologize. I was uncertain with the rules of this. He kind of smirks a little.
You can understand why just starting with the deepest, darkest secrets would be akin to putting the cart before the horse.
I do understand.
If we have If we have a 7-course meal of information to give out, why would we start with the main entree? We should begin with an appetizer.
Eloquently said.
Simple. How have you been?
I have been doing quite well. I've been extraordinarily busy. You would have no idea. Genuinely, no idea how busy I've been.
Well, with your warping in and out of space and dealings with entities and powerful items and powerful information, I can certainly imagine you're busy. Busier than us.
And we have been busy too. I mean, starting an uprising is no light work for a group of 6 individuals, now is it?
Certainly not. I did hear about that little adventure.
I assume you were already aware we were behind it.
Say that one more time.
I assume you were already aware we were behind it.
I had inklings, yes.
Well, confirmation is always better than inklings.
Certainly.
She takes a sip of her tea.
As we're taking our roles of good cop and bad cop while Edward is taking down the minutes.
So, speaking of under the table deals, what was that with a certain demon we were asked to kill?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Simply, she had requested a little bit of power to boost her standing. And I supplied.
I hope we didn't cause too much issue by immediately removing that aspect.
Certainly not too much. A little issue, of course, but I just find you so much more interesting.
Speaking of, this this teleporter seemed to have some issues with it. Took a while to open up. Intentional design flaw? Or must they all have one or another issue with them?
Hmm.
I suppose there's probably no true such thing as perfection.
Every person is unique in their own way. As cliche as it may sound, the same is true for flowers.
Hmm.
Elegantly put. This is the third time now that we have crossed paths. The first time in Phelan, the second time with Anobaith, and from that we knew we were going to cross paths a third time. From your perspective, do you think this is us getting wrapped up in your business, or you getting wrapped up in ours? Or do you think there are higher powers at work, making us meet as often as we have?
It's a bit of tit for tat. I would say mostly mostly I'm getting into your business. I just can't help it.
Were that interesting to you?
Yes. Yes, you are.
What
You're
aspect of our
amused.
humble six-person party in itself would bear some trait so enthralling to a being so mighty and powerful that you can literally part the seconds from the day?
Oh dear God, Edward.
Surely it can't just be. It can't.
What makes us interesting?
Surely it couldn't just be Brian's keen wits in Phelan that started it all. Although her wit is enticing.
You can see Brian giving a look at Edward like hop off his dick. It was a rope break of all things.
Certainly, it was Brian's charming wit that first drew my attention to a lot of you. But the business you've all been up to afterwards has been very entertaining. And personally, I hope to see much more of it.
Hmm.
I I do have one small question. With our ever changing adventures, as entertaining as you find us and as fascinating as we may be, would you consider us antagonistic to your goals?
Oh, certainly not. We're, we're on the same team.
Excuse me?
What is the
Yeah.
objective of this particular team?
Now, that is a secret.
I. That's fair. That's fair. I can't expect you to simply give up the goat that easily.
I will say, however, that for you, you will definitely agree, I believe. Some things are not meant to be given freely. I believe that if you were to leave right now, you would continue going about saving lives, changing the world, yada yada yada. And you'll be wonderful at it. And that would change nothing. We're still on the same team.
If I may, how can we trust you? From our perspective, you have worked multiple sides, with us and with powers that we consider to be against our own interests, Ank'Harel included. How can we believe anything that you tell us?
You're all on the same team. I'm getting annoyed with this. What I
Brian's,
mean, is
Right.
that you're all going about your lives doing whatever it is you're going to do. My goals just are a part of that. Your squabblings about Uncle and your brother. Yeah, I do know about that one.
Of
Uh,
course.
or about what is going on over in the Dwendalian Empire with what was her name? Windchime, her parents. All of that is all leading in the same direction. You're just going about your lives. And I hope you don't mind my little gifts along the way.
Of course not. Brian's going to just speak up. I apologize for the ask of trust. You have given us no reason not to trust you, aside from a few connections. We would rather not have questions of you also aiding. However, your business as a broker of power cannot be entirely assumed to be in one corner. And so I apologize for that.
Apology accepted.
What
SOT.
a better question, I think, is why you sound so dismissive of the idea of saving lives, as if perhaps you would prefer a separate, that if we were to make a real change, rather, we would have to take a separate action. That is what has piqued my interest of your description.
Excuse me?
Well, you dismiss the notion just in how you speak of it that us changing lives would set us on a separate path, would set the world on a separate path at all. Which, to me at least, says whatever you've been very busy in is unconcerned with the little thing. And being somebody who offers power for the right deal, I assume you have some task that could be performed that would have a little bit more meaning. I don't ask you what it is. That would obviously be a secret. But I ask if I'm right, at least, with where my intuition leads.
Clever as always. Absolutely. I, and no offense is meant, am dealing with things much greater than what your perspective can understand.
Really? Well then, let us play in secrets, not of man, but of gods. And she's gonna pull out the book.
Ooh.
The anticipation is tantalizing.
I have been lying to each and every one of my party members here.
And Moonzik is going to turn his head slightly.
They are my allies, do not get me wrong. But there was an encounter in which I came face to face with certain death. And not the certain death that first granted me my pact. In a cave, in the depths of a lake, the first enemy of the gods, the Avalanche, was there before me. Myself stuck with no reasonable way out. So I bargained, told him that I was a warlock of Uk'otoa. And though Aboleth and Uk'otoa are allies, are far from allies, being ancient enemies with a grudge so held as to still stay firm through the shattering. That Aboleth bequeathed an orb, one of the keys to Uk'otoa's prison, to me. Meaning that at least one of the Aboleth see that unlocking Uk'otoa could cause greater ruin on the god than keeping a god locked away.
Don't Aboleths have such interesting ideas?
Don't they? The location of an elder god's key, part of it at least. Your turn.
As he's thinking about the secret, Moonzik kind of turns his head fully towards Brian and lifts one eyebrow in kind of a concerned, like a concerned intrigue look. Before turning his focus back to the broker.
I need to pull up the Book of Hidden Hearts because I had an answer prepared of what I thought you were going to say, but I don't know if it fits the wording with that.
Secret or deep desire of their own of equal value. I basically chose what I figured would be the deepest secret Brian could hold.
Okay, but I don't have to respond with a secret. I can respond with a desire.
You can.
That's a secret, technically.
Either way, it must be of equal value. So, that I chose the most valuable secret I could pick.
Right. I get it. It does have. I just wanted to be sure. The pettyings of all of these beings is draining. You told me your deepest secret. I'll tell you my desire is to not be doing this anymore. It is so incredibly exhausting. I seek simply my deepest desire is to not have to do my job. To break my original contract.
When?
You sold your soul?
No, not exactly.
I think What was, if you don't mind my asking? Maybe, just maybe, a few mortals with gumption and the ability to act outside of some rules could help. What is your contract?
That I must make contract. Simply put, I am required to barter for everything. And I mean everything.
So,
Even if you wish to give something away, you could not. Nor could you take without.
Moonsix's expression softens a bit.
It is
Oh.
my. Sorry, I'm just gonna
No, go ahead.
button here.
Yep.
My contract is that I cannot steal or otherwise take an item with idea, but must auction or barter for it. It is not a it is exhausting.
That sounds exhausting. Thank you.
Edward is going to recall a piece of broker lore with his memory and or just note taking. Knowing back then, when we first met the broker, he mentioned something about being incapable of stealing, stealing specific things. And that everything that he was to have acquired would be done so through deals. With this, Edward is going to ask, and to which entity would you be beholden to that you would have to forcibly make deals with until the end of time?
All of them.
What a badass fucking call out. Sorry.
Beholden to everyone?
Beholden to all of the gods? Or every individual being?
The gods. I mean, yes, I do still have to make the barters when I deal with mortals and all of that fun stuff, but I have to adhere to my rules, no matter who is asking or telling, whatever you want to call it.
A middleman between mortals and immortal.
That's where Moonzix's expression softens a bit. He kind of asks not necessarily humanizing, but because he's obviously not human. I guess like a question that's more meant for a mortal than any sort of immortal being. You call yourself the broker, but that seems more like a title or a code name. Do you have a name that you'd feel comfortable sharing with us?
No.
Understandable.
I raise you another question. To which party do you identify with more? The immortals or the mortals? For it is, I mean, in my opinion, it is at least not of a quality of gods themselves to desire freedom from, well, those that they are beholden to.
Edward, you confuse me with your questions. Even I, who has An extraplanar understanding cannot understand your reasoning.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Can you
Okay.
find a way to reword that?
Which party do you identify with more, mortals or immortals? Or sorry, not for, as. Which party do you identify as?
I am most certainly immortal.
Do you feel like an immortal? As if you were to
No.
stand on equal footing with the gods?
There are many types of immortality. You have to understand that.
Was there ever a time where you would have considered yourself mortals like the three of us?
Yes. In a way. It has been a very, very long time. Forgive me.
There's
I
no
have
need to be
one
forgiven.
very quick question for you. What
You
was the
certainly have.
chattering like?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What was the chattering like? You're beholden to all the gods. You're extraordinarily old. As a history major, I simply would love to hear the first-hand account. She's got a playful smile dancing.
I think that you're. By shattering, you mean the calamity?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I thought I had heard it referred to as that a few
No,
times. Okay.
I
What
don't
was
think
the
so.
calamity like?
I'm sorry.
What was the calamity like?
Ugh. It was a long time ago, that was for certain, but mostly it was exciting. It was the most interesting thing that had happened to me, and only the gods know how long.
Last question. Well, actually, I can't promise that, so I'm just so curious. But I've had this theory working around my brain ever since you explained what your goal was. You didn't happen to cause it, did you?
Calls it? No. I was there, though. I was there.
Forgive me, it was a long shot. The root cause is so unknown, and severing the connection with every god seems so in line with trying to break such a contract, no?
It only made my life harder.
Unfortunate. Since I am in the business of giving out secrets, I have a audience soon. It's a cobalt soul. Keepers of knowledge. I don't know how the different gods rank in your appreciation, given your desire to be rid of their stipulation. But Ayun being the goddess of knowledge. Well, I don't suppose you could help me out and I could help you out. see whether we could get one part of your deal struck from the ledger. And I could help out Ayun in your place. See, I am also trying to lee a deal where she kind of stretches her neck to make the tentacle marks appear. Someone's grape is starting to get a little too tight.
I knew there was a reason I liked you, Brian. That is a pleasant idea. I will inform her.
Thank you.
Well, hasn't this been an absolute blast?
Yes, indeed. One more thing before we go. Entertain me about something. And Edward is going to make direct eye contact with him. He's going to ask, "What do you know about the two Snowgales?"
A fair amount. Well, with that, I think it's time we all go back.
May I ask
Wildemount?
one more question as well, for hopefully at least my peace of mind?
Yes! What can I do for you?
And Moonzik's gonna kind of give a hard, dry swallow, and he'll say, "Do you know of my contact in Ank'Harel?"
Yes, I do. I had a nice long conversation with your brother.
I'm not talking about my brother. But if you have the time, I could always listen to that story, or we could leave that for another time. That is, if there will be another time.
Potentially. It depends on how well Brian does for Ayu.
Fair enough. Now I'll take that as you don't know what I'm talking about then, do you?
No, I do not.
And Moonzik's gonna give a bit of a victorious, kind of a smug grin at that, and also kind of a reassurance, exhalation as well.
Brian wants to just say, thank you so much for indulging us with your time. And I'm glad to know that each of us can still surprise you in our own way.
Thank you for your time, and I apologize for my arrogance.
To under the bridge. That's what you all say.
And
I think it's
one more thing,
water
as
under the bridge, but okay.
one more thing, as our
Oh my god!
figurative benefactor.
Yeah,
Oh.
just have him disappear. Just have him disappear.
Okay, well, I guess I'm done.
Absolutely. And
like
with that,
mid question, just back to reality.
Whoops, back into reality.
You're still asking the question.
Ah,
Next
Jesus Christ!
Next time, Edward. Next time.
Read the room. Like, honestly, I'm not great at that, but still, read the room.
You can
I do
see
wanna
him
make it
sort of
clear.
audibly groan.
The noise that it made was definitely the warping
Oh yeah.
sound that you make in Outer Wilds. Just saying.
Um.
Oh my god. Why? Why would you do that to me?
Do you know the question I was trying to ask the broker?
You're talking about your knife, right?
No, I was asking indirectly if he knew about Ty. Moonzik's connection with Ty.
I understand that now, but like at the time I didn't know. And no,
Oh,
he
okay.
doesn't know that.
Okay. Perfect. So nothing has to be retconned. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. What's the best type of story? Ones with continuity.
Brian is smiling. You know, I'm glad he didn't seem to be so bad.
No. Still...
I do wonder. What I offered is simply what I was going to offer to Ayun anyway. Just with a little extra credit on the side. At the end of the day, there's too many gods he's indebted to for me to really shake his bonds that much. I do wonder, what would he do with the ability to take what he needed to take without making some deal for it? And what would he do? What deals might he make? Simply to stop having to work so hard.
Perhaps maybe not just break free of his bonds from the gods, but to remove them altogether. But that takes an exorbitant amount of power.
But somebody refers to the calamity as an interesting time that made their life slightly more difficult in their personal goals. There's definitely something to be concerned about.
And you so happen to get his attention with your charming wit. Well done, Brian.
Yep. Charming a self-proclaimed immortal.
Well, that is my penchant. I've managed to do it twice now, apparently.
Speaking
This
of
one,
Might
which,
as well wear
this
that
one at
pride.
least speaks a little bit nicer to me instead of just moaning consume at a rumbling level. By the way, we really need to get that deal done. I can already feel the nightmare starting.
speaking of which, you never told us about that aboleth. Not that we demand that you tell us every waking moment of your day, but almost dying from an eldritch monster, that seems slightly scarring.
You know, honestly, almost dying from an eldritch monster seems to be our weekend job. So,
Oh, fair point. But by yourself?
second time it's happened underwater. Third
Oy.
time's the charm, right?
Oy. So you have a key, or at least part of the key, to Ukatoa.
Yes.
Would we be concerned about this fact?
Oh, most definitely. He's been rather pissed off at me for not going to the rift immediately with that door. Sure, I haven't made the aboleth any happier with me either. Or maybe I've made him very happy with me.
We'd be concerned for your well-being as well, being, torn between duties between a servant-master relationship and also having the burden of knowledge that could potentially topple civilizations if appropriated in the wrong hands.
Oh, the goal is to not be torn between those two things.
And you're doing a questionable job, I would say.
Well, sometimes the room gets messier before it's clean, right?
Messy is a dubious way to describe this situation.
Right?
Although, I would say attaining this type of knowledge would tend to get you into...
I will say, knowing just how busy the broker is, it is a feather in our cap to know that he set aside this time to have a leisurely conversation with us.
Also, that tea was delicious.
It was. I couldn't quite place the flavor of it, but I couldn't stop sipping it.
It was a little weird that way.
Tea weird, wouldn't you say?
And this is how Emily has now made all tea taste weird in her game. Congratulations, Emily.
Yep. From now on, you can't unthink that every tea that you are drinking currently may possibly be a little weird.
The Cap's prestidigitation on his tea and make it cinnamon flavored.
Son of a bitch.
No. Meta flavored.
Meta flavored, there we go.
Yeah.
So perhaps, if everything goes well with you and Ioun, we might speak with him again then.
I figure we'll probably have to do a few errands.
For Ioun, you mean?
All right. Exactly. You guys are all right accompanying me, right? I kind of implicated you without really asking. Seems like the second or third time I've done that already.
It's not like we're part of the same group, adventuring group or anything like that.
Wasn't the first time I did it.
Well, we also have to research just where all of
Thanks
those...
for inviting me, by the way, Edward.
Pardon me?
Thanks for inviting me, by the way, Edward.
Inviting you? I just thought that he brought you along because you were his new girlfriend.
What? When did you ever get that
Brian
impression?
takes one moment and goes, yeah, like visibly thinking about it, and then goes, Edward, you never told
Edward
me
looking at Moonzik, and then looking back at Brian, and then back at Moonzik. I mean,
Edward, you never
you
told
really
me we
believe...
were official. You're telling everybody else this? Oh my gosh, I behaved improperly. I'm so sorry.
How could you lead her on like that, Edward? What the hell?
It didn't do anything.
He just never
Plus, I
made
thought
it
she only
clear
had
that
eyes
we
for
were
the broker.
official yet. I just...
She only had eyes for the broker. Come on.
Oh. Paris that time.
Oh, Edward. Oh, no.
You could see Brian, like, start tearing up. I can't believe you. Runs off.
Now you've done. Now you've gone and made her cry. How are you going to make up for this?
Oh. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not incredibly good with makeups.
Wait, you mean you've been through this sort of thing before?
Brian is...
What, you mean accidentally immolating my schoolmates?
Brian is
Yeah.
now
I mean, it's
trying
really
to
awkward
move
fucking
back
day.
around to behind them without being seen.
Okay, what were you saying, Rocky?
What was I saying?
I asked
Have
you.
you?
I asked you if this was. There's been more than one time this has happened.
Oh, right, right. My response was, oh, you mean accidentally having to apologize for immolating classmates the day after?
How is it that someone of your studious nature has more girl problems than I do?
What girl problems? I've
Brian-
never had to interact
Brian
with
shows
with
up
girls
with
for
a-
the majority
Brian
of my
shows up
life.
with a comically large frying pan and bops him lightly over the head with it. Idiot.
Oh.
Honestly.
Brian, which merchant did you happen to get that pan from?
Don't worry about it.
How much did it cost you?
I will remove 5 silver from my inventory.
Removes a piece of her soul from her inventory. She's a warlock. She sells souls.
And add frying pan.
It is now time to purchase
Oh, fuck.
your shit.
You mean we can't just have the griffins for free?
No.
This is the revenge of Emily.
Hey guys, remember?
So you're wondering why we're filing for Chapter 4 bankruptcy?
Indentured servitude? My favorite!
We already got one warlock. That makes 3 of us.
Okay, how much do we actually collect?
6,425.
Okay.
How much did we make? And
No,
then
that's
subtract
everything.
that
That's
directly from
including
the-
what we made from the auction. We owe 6,425.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you have on you?
I have about 800 gold.
Moonzik has 1,064.
969.
Nice.
823.
Um,
Oh, I guess I have 5 platinum, so I can convert that. 873.
So
we're short some. I don't know what we have in terms of wave chaser profits.
Hang on a sec. So we have 969, 1,064, and how much did you say you had, Edward?
873.
So with the 3 of us, that comes out to 2,906.
We'll just ask the other party, I hope.
So as of right now, we are 3,519 in the hole. And that is if we want to keep the griffins.
You have to keep the griffins.
Mm.
We kind of already bought the griffins, though.
You bought them.
Yep.
We kind of. Also, I'm reading through the spell. This is just my ADHD flaring up. But I'm reading through the spell description for detect thoughts. The material component is 1 copper piece because it's a penny for your thoughts.
Yeah, I love that. I love those. They're so
I'm sorry.
great.
They're all just bad puns.
Yeah. Just like how the material components for Fireball are just like 2 out of the 3 things you need to manufacture gunpowder.
we still have no way to convert the gems to liquid cash, do we?
Hey, money laundering.
Could we?
I mean, I'm assuming we've traveled like far enough from the Sovia estate all the way in what? Valen?
Nicodranas?
So
Yeah.
Nicodranus. So like
2 towns
I'm
over.
sure we can sell a couple here or there in like an underground market or something.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know thieves can't. You know thieves can't, right?
Yeah, I'm a thief. Is it possible we could?
Well, I mean, there's nothing.
Is it possible we could give them some
not-
of the gemstones and they would just kind of appraise on the spot and take as much as they would need?
No,
No.
that's not how this works.
Okay.
I mean, you know thieves can't. There's nothing a thief can't sell. I mean,
Yeah, but
So, I'm
like
sure you could
you're
probably find that.
literally like you would put gemstones up for auction. Like if the high quality ones. I guess that's not quite right, but like, you know, you would put, 10 pounds of rubies up for auction, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing you would put on for auction.
Right.
They want money because
Right.
money has value. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I-
we can either find ways of laundering the money, laundering the.
I mean, I was gonna.
Like now.
Right.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's about right.
Next time, think about what you guys are going to do because there are legal consequences if you do not pay.
Think
Debt
about the
examination.
consequences of our actions.
Next episode. Debt examination.
We get sent to jail.
We
No, we can make this work.
next session
and
you'll
we-
get to see a trial Danganronpa style.
No. We're
Oh,
looking
it'll be
for a
wild.
loan. It's
Bound
not
to bring
insanely
smiles.
high. We have things to level as collateral. Like we just need to go to the bank.
Yeah.
And that would
basically.
be common practice for a
Large purchase.
for a situation such as ours.
For
where
an
we
IOU.
ended up in where we ended up in
That's
a bidding war.
yeah. Take out a loan
Right.
from a bank, pay back a little
Like
in interest.
the idea
call it a day.
is like the bank gets to make a little interest on it.
Everybody
because
wins.
Because people manage to find a good deal at auction. That they
Except
think
for
they
that
can
person that bought that emerald pen. That person is a loser.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It just a nice pen.
She was excited about
You're
it
right, it's
too.
pretty
She even broke her character for it.
You're right. It is a good pen.
Alrighty. Thank you all so much for watching. For those of you on YouTube, follow the links below. Go follow my Twitch channel at Frigid Hyperion to watch Group B. And go follow Dawn of Time 06 to go follow Group A. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for all of the good information, all of the good notifications. I do D&D, I do Metroid Prime Randomizer, I do various other things. I don't really have a set schedule, it's just kind of if I have the energy to do it. Although D&D will be ran every Monday. But don't forget to also visit Describe and any other links I might have down below. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.